welcome you once again to the SCORE Business Showcase. We have two guests with us today. It's exciting. They're brothers, actually. We have Tom and also Jim Esposito. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you for having us.
And glad to see you again, Jim.
Thank you.
Again, my name's Tom Esposito, and Jim and I represent a 43-year-old company from Japan called Enagic. And this company has been manufacturing a life-saving technology for 43 years. The technology is called electrolyzed reduced water. And they are now in over 170 countries, and the technology is growing exponentially. So the technology has been used in hospitals in Japan for over 43 years, and we have over 6,500 doctors in Japan who promote this technology based on results they've had with their patients. So the technology is not on trial. Okay, it works.
Yes.
Well, let me state at the outset, I cannot make any medical claims because the FDA will be all over me, all right? And I cannot say that the water that we talk about cures anything. On the other hand, what the water does for you, it creates an environment in the body where acid wastes are neutralized and taken out, and it supports the immune system so the body can heal itself, basically. So what it does, it takes ordinary tap water and restructures it with properties that normal tap water or well water, bottled water doesn't have. And these properties are called pH, alkalinity, and it's called ORP, oxygen reduction potential. So those are the two properties of the water that make the difference.
Now, Tom, you mentioned about ORP. What is it, and what is it? Why is it so beneficial?
Well, ORP stands for oxygen reduction potential, and we measure that with a meter, and it tells us whether a liquid, okay, is oxidizing or aging or rusting, or whether the technology or whether the liquid is antioxidizing. So bottom line is, okay, it tells us whether we are antioxidants or oxidants.
Now, what is pH? Is that a name of somebody's initials?
pH stands for the potential or power of hydrogen. And it's measured on a scale between 0 and 14, 7 being neutral, 14 being very alkaline, and anything below 7 is acidic. So that's how we measure those liquids for pH.
Okay, all right, thank you. Now, why is this restructured water more beneficial than ordinary tap well water or plastic bottled water?
Well, bottom line with that is that it has optimal hydration because of the molecular structure of the water. The electrolysis process that it goes through cuts the molecules of the water in half over tap water, bottled water, well water. And it makes it easier, okay, for the nutrients and energy to get into your cells. And you're also getting necessary minerals. And the other thing that we know is that there was a German study done a couple of years ago that basically says that they found 24,000 different chemicals in plastic bottled waters.
24,000?
24,000, which is...
Can they fit all that in a small bottle?
And the worst chemical is biphenyls, okay, or they call them BPA. That's why we use, when we give the water away, we use BPA-free bottles. So that cancer-causing chemical is not in there.
Now, what is the, or is there evidence that there, for as far as the efficacy of this water?
Right. Well, there's two ways to answer that question, okay? First way is in if you go to googlescholar.com and you put in the clinical name for this water, which is electrolyzed reduced water, you will find over 26,000 pages of clinical science behind this water. That's number one. Number two, all right, you can go on to YouTube and find a myriad of testimonies from people who have used this water and gotten better. So, again, it's not on trial. We know what works. We have testimonies and we have clinical evidence for over 40 years.
Now, besides it being in Japan, who else uses this water?
Well, we know that 1 out of 4 families in Japan use this water. All right? We also know that Japanese are the #1 longest living people on the planet. We are number 49 on the planet as far as longevity goes, and that is not good.
No, it's not good. How do we get, I want to find out how do we get our hands on this water shortly.
The other thing is, too, people that you know, besides millions of ordinary people, there are some famous and extraordinary people that use this water. People like President Trump, Oprah Winfrey, Julia Roberts, Martha Stewart. We have the Rolling Stones and Elton John and Bill Gates and many, many other famous people around this water because they know it works.
I also want to add Steve Geyer.
There you go.
Steve Geyer's using this
Jim's
water.
on it, I'm on it, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Again, the bottom line is that it is used all over the world, and it's, like I said earlier, it's growing exponentially because people are finally waking up to the fact that tap water is poisoned with chlorine and fluoride, you know, they found over 300 contaminants in city water. So you really want to take care of yourself by not only realizing that fact, but taking action to correct it and to protect yourself.
Now, you know, we have people that are very healthy, but who can actually benefit from drinking this water?
Everybody on the planet. All right, your body is 70+% water. Your blood is 90+% water. Your brain is 85% water. You can't live without quality water. Your body starts to shut down.
Matter of fact, just to interject, you know, I was taking a photo reading class, and one of the things they suggested that when we're reading, we should drink water every 20 minutes. So it helps clear up the brain to revitalize you. And I'm sure this water particularly probably does it even faster.
It does.
Drinking this water, holding a little bit in your mouth, gets to your brain in 10 seconds. This is powerful water. The other thing we have to know is that, again, to the extent that your body craves water, if you don't have water for 4 days, your body starts to shut down, and you start dying, and your kidneys shut down, and you got real problems. We have an issue up in South Dakota with the Lakota Indians who do a ritual once a year. And that ritual is that they stop drinking water for 4 days. So they experience what it means to start dying from lack of water. That's why they are so adamant about fighting that Standing Rock pipeline up in South Dakota. They don't want the Missouri River where they get their water from to be contaminated. So they're very clear about how necessary water is for life.
Yes. Now, why is this water good for me?
Well, again, the water with its microclusters, okay, gets into your cells much faster. And it brings nutrients and energy into the cells so that the mitochondria can transform it into energy for the body.
Okay.
That's one thing. And it also removes faster and quicker acid waste and toxins from your cells and keeping the body cleaner. That's basically why it works that way.
All right, excellent, excellent. Yeah. Now, how is your registered medical device cleaned?
Good question. Okay. This technology is so amazing and so advanced and sophisticated that they have an automatic cleaning system. The water goes through an electrolysis process, so there is a cell with 8 platinum-coated titanium plates that create this water. And over a period of time, the chemicals, okay, minerals like calcium and magnesium, they start to build up on the plates because of electrolysis. Now, in order to clean the plates, you have to reverse the current that goes through there. There's 230 watts of current that go through there. You have to reverse that. So every 15 minutes of continual electrolysis, the machine automatically reverses that current and cleans itself. That's number one.
And it talks to you, doesn't it?
It does talk to you. It basically says, yeah, it cleans it.
Yes.
So it's cleaning for you. The other way to clean it for yourself is that there is something called beauty water, and you press a button for beauty water. That automatically reverses the current and cleans the machine itself. So one of the rules of thumb is that you press that button once a day for 30 seconds and you'll clean that machine. Okay. So it takes those clusters of minerals off the plates by, again, reversing the current.
Okay. Now, you mentioned beauty water. It sounds like I need to have that on my face. What is this beauty water?
Beauty water is just that. It's for your skin. It has a pH of 6, which is slightly acidic, and it tones your skin. So bottom line with that is that women, okay, we have a little spray bottle. We just spray it on our skin several times a day to keep your skin toned. You can feel it. That pH of 6 is the same pH of the cosmetic skin toners that you buy in department stores. So women would probably not have to go out, if they own this technology, won't have to go out and buy toners, skin toners anymore.
At $30 a bottle.
At $30 a bottle, and this is obviously going to save them money by just using the water.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Now, you know, how does the automatic drainage system actually work? Because you know, you got good water coming out. There has to be bad water going somewhere.
Well, there is a drainage on the bottom where the bad water goes, but there's also an automatic drainage system built into the technology. That's how amazing it is, because every time you stop the running water coming out of that machine, the cleaning system automatically kicks in. All right, this drainage system, and it takes 30 seconds for the machine to completely drain itself, and you can see it coming out. And the reason for that is that we don't want any residual buildup of water in that electrolysis cell, because residual water will build up bacteria and the proliferation and contamination. Okay, so we don't want any residual water remaining in the machine. That's why it drains itself and takes 30 seconds.
Is there any benefit to that water that's coming out of there at all, or no?
The drainage?
The drainage.
2.5.
Well, again, it depends on what button you push to get specific water.
Okay.
But it's normally going to be acidic water coming out of the bottom drain and alkaline water coming out of the top.
Okay.
But I believe that when it's cleaning, doing the automatic drainage is coming out of the bottom.
Right. Okay.
I don't use that water. Yeah.
Now, you have in here. We have a question for you. What is the Minigan effect?
Well, the Minigan effect, okay, has to do with, and it depends on how toxic a body is, right? So there are people who are so toxic and so dirty on the inside that once they start drinking this water, because of its detoxification effect, it's going to start removing those toxins fast. So it could create diarrhea or constipation, depending on the physical state. It only lasts for a little while, okay, until the body's clean, but it will clean the body. And so that will be a side effect from somebody that's very, very toxic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what does the machine have, or does the machine have more therapies than just drinking water?
It makes 7 different waters.
7.
7 different waters, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we can go into that. we need to talk about that. Okay, so one of the things is they make an 11.5 alkaline water. That 11.5 alkaline water is an emulsifier. It emulsifies the water, and to that effect, it will emulsify waxes and oils that they put on fruits and vegetables with pesticides. So it's going to take off that wax and oil and the pesticides off your fruit and your vegetables so that it tastes better. Ordinary tap water can't take off the pesticides.
Now, is that something you could drink also, 11.5?
11.5, you can. I wouldn't make a habit out of that because it's very, very alkaline.
It sounds like it would do a cleaning also.
It will help. It will help clean you out. Yes, but I wouldn't overdo it.
Right. Okay.
Right. Again, the other waters that we're talking about are that they make 3 alkaline waters. They make an 8.5 pH, a 9 pH, and a 9.5 pH. They're all drinking waters. These are the ones that we drink most of the time. It also makes a neutral water, a 7 pH, and that's for taking prescription drugs so that the alkalinity doesn't impact the value of whatever drug you're taking.
Because I'm sure that higher value would probably make the other things explode or double them. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes. And the technology also makes a 2.5 pH, which is very acidic. I use that to brush my teeth with because in 60 seconds or less, brushing your teeth with this water kills all the bacteria in your mouth. And it's used for sanitation. They use it in hospitals for sanitation. So after doing that, I don't wake up with morning breath because it's all dead. All right, and we use it for sanitation again. You can use it to spray your kitchen counters, your bathrooms, and everything to kill all the bacteria.
So that sounds like a affordable mouthwash.
Absolutely, yeah. But one bit of warning on that. Okay, when I do the acid water for 60 seconds or less, I will drink and slosh around in my mouth a 9.5 or 11.5 alkaline to neutralize any acidic that's left, any acid that's left in the mouth.
Okay.
So you want to do that because you don't want to impact the enamel of your teeth with a lot of acid.
Gotcha.
Like Coca-Cola does, Pepsi-Cola, and all those sodas that are around 2.5 acidity.
Wow.
Okay, that's almost as bad as battery acid.
Wow.
So you don't want to be
No.
holding that in your mouth too long.
Now, do you have any other products?
Yes, we do. We have a powerful supplement called Ukon, made from turmeric. And that one, there's over 600 reasons to consume turmeric. But the other technology we have is a very unique shower head replacement. And that is something, it's called an espa. It's like a spa in your bathroom. And what it does, it comes in a stainless steel canister, and it takes all the chlorine out of your water, okay, and cleans it, and then it puts that water through a series of minerals that come from the healing springs in Hokkaido, Japan. So not only are you getting a mineral shower, all right, but when you get done, your skin and your hair, they feel smooth and silky and clean, and it's really squeaky clean. Matter of fact, we have a couple in Long Island that bought one a few weeks ago, and the whole family are competing for the bathroom. They only want to go into the bathroom that's got this shower unit, okay? They just told me last week they're going to buy another one so they can stop the competition, right?
Sounds like people are running for the showers, huh?
Really, you can't get out of the shower because it feels so good when you're in that.
Fantastic.
It's a mineral bath, you know?
Yes. Now, Jim, I see that you have a boo-boo. Have you ever used the water for that?
Yeah, you could use it to clean like bacteria, whatever. But this is just. I was cooking Sunday night. I ended up going to the emergency room. But I'm good.
All right, good. You were cooking, Jim?
I was cooking.
All right.
I do a lot of cooking. But, it was an unusual situation.
Now, can you describe the business model of this company?
Yes, it is a home-based, direct sales business which includes a franchise when you purchase a product. And this business basically has no overhead. There's no, no residual auto ship, no billing, no inventory or stocking, all you really got to concern yourself with is marketing.
Well, yeah, talk about that. Let's go back to the product because, there's a lot of filters out there and things of that nature, and usually they might last a year or two. Your product, what is the life cycle, would you say, of this product?
Great question. Every 1,500 gallons of water that goes through this machine, the machine will talk to you. It says, time for filter replacement. Right? So it's automatic. And if you go out and buy a filter, they go for about $120. And twice a year they have a sale at about $100. So yeah, once a year you replace the filter. And as long as you keep it clean, this machine can last anywhere from 25 to 40 years.
Wow.
Okay. So
sounds like those old-time refrigerators.
Yeah, it's a very, very high-end appliance. But again, what's your life worth? You want the top of the line. This is the gold standard on the planet because it's sold more units than any other unit or competition on the planet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a website?
Yes, we do. Okay. And let me state that it's called www.agua, A-G-U-A, Maravilla, MARAVILLA.com. And you can go in there and get a free ebook, and you can put your email in there. We'll contact you. And it's a beautifully done website. And you can see the videos on that website that actually give you evidence of the properties of the water.
Fantastic, fantastic. One of the things that we'd like to do and discuss, and the reason why we bring businesses on also, because we have other businesses taking a look at us. We talk about successes and also challenges. Has there been any challenges that you might help us with that you've been able to overcome in your business?
Well, the only challenge we really are up against are belief systems of people. All right? Because when you present something like this water that people have to get educated to find out about, to get clear what it is, people aren't interested and they think water is just water. All right? But this is not just water. This has properties that no other water has. So that is the challenge, is to educate people enough, people that are open, okay, to actually take a look at this thing and see the efficacy for their health and their well-being and their optimal hydration.
Now, talking about as far as this water is concerned, aren't there places in the world that people run to get that water? Are you familiar with that?
Funny you should bring that up. Yes, there are. People flock to healing springs all over the planet. They go to Nordau, Germany. They go to Tlacote, Mexico. They go to Mecca. They go to the Himalayas. They go to New Delhi. They go to Ecuador. Okay, they have these incredible healing waters. What's interesting is that people from this company, Enagic, went around the world in the early 70s and 60s to find out why these waters did so well for people and why people flocked there to get healed. So what they did was they found out that it was ionized. There were negative hydrogen ions and electrons in the water, and they found out that the water was alkaline. So what did they do? Smart Japanese. They went home and they created this technology so you can have it right in your kitchen. So that's why it's exploding all over the world, because the technology is very powerful.
It's interesting because I know as far as the FDA is concerned, you can't make curing claims. But I did have a person on the water recently, and they called back and they said, Steve, I can get up out of the chair, right, without having pain and things of that nature, and which is interesting because at one point I was having a problem getting out of the chair. Right? Difficulty as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
What did you say to me a couple of years ago about running up the stairs?
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, I was at UB, and after drinking the water, I ran up the stairs, and I stopped at the top. I'm saying, "Wow, that was different."
Yeah.
So I noticed a difference.
Yeah.
Things to it, I'd like to mention to our audience out there some of the things that we talked about the last show. We talked about books, and there's another book that I wanted to share with you, and that's The Art of Influence by Chris Widener. Especially if you're a business, you have to be influential and talking to individuals out there. And you can see these two guys, I'm sure you're sold about getting this water and get your hands on it. All right, so once again, you know, to our SCORE viewers out there and businesses, we'd like to thank you for watching, and also I'd like to thank you, Tom, all right, for coming.
Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, same here, and also Jim, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right, this today. Thank you.
Yeah.